Right, what is going on, everyone? Welcome to night 8 here on the edge of Appalachia. It's winding down for sure. Only 21 nights to go. 21, that'll do it. Anyhow, I got in the tent. It was still a little light outside. And I was over it. The bugs. I'm telling you what, I've been on a number of adventures in my life, and the bugs here this year has just been crazy. Just eating on me all day long, non-stop. Horse flies chasing me around and stuff, Not cool. But at the end of the night, has arrived. Red light video time. Let's see, one real quick thing to get out of the way. If you just happened upon these videos and have not been following along, this is Season 3 Redux, the Edge of Appalachia. 29 nights alone on the edge of Appalachia to raise awareness of Alzheimer's and dementia. And tonight is night 8. Let's see what all went on today. I got up this morning and had them maple and brown sugar oats. And I had dehydrated some banana slices and put in there with the oats. And it was just good stuff. I think that's my favorite oats of all the ones I make up. And maple and brown sugar, it is the stuff. Then, let's see here. I re-upped on some water. Got that all squared away. I have a fresh supply of about 5 gallons of water. Filters are an awesome thing, y'all. You can drink out of anywhere. You ain't got to worry about it. And let's see. What else? Oh, filled up the sun shower today. It's laying up there in the field next to the solar panel. Sorry, I mentioned bug bites. It's off the chain. Anyhow, it's laying in the field up there to get warmed up in the sun. My next shower will be a warm one. And tonight, I did have a shower because I was one stinking mug. Half the reason the bugs was mauling me, I think, because I smelled like a case of buffalo butt, But anyhow, I had that sun shower tonight, and it was cold because it had been hanging up in the tree for a few days, just enough in there to have a shower, and got that knocked out of the way, and that did help considerably with the whole bug situation, but they was still chewing on me. Let's see. For lunch, had lima beans. That's what it was, dehydrated lima beans, and they was all right. I said in earlier videos, lima beans are not my favorite by any means, but they're edible. So I had those, and then did some fishing today, just bank fishing, casting around and stuff with a couple different little lures. Did catch one pretty nice little bass. I mean, he wasn't no huge monster or nothing. He was maybe that long or something. He was a decent little bass, but I actually got to see him in the water come up and inhale that lure. It was pretty cool. Let's see, that was out on the island that I was doing this fishing. And I stepped over to the other side of the island, which is a pretty considerable amount, a little deeper anyways, I think. But I cast around that one bigger lure. I think it's a 1/8 ounce over there. And I did have probably 2 or 3 little bass on, but none made it into the shore. They all came off because I wasn't setting the hook. I was just reeling, and they snatched it, and it was still pretty cool. So that is a lure that does its job, catches fish and stuff. I think I fished for a total of about an hour. I'm not sure whether I said that or not. And then something I thought about that I did fail to mention for last night's red light video is last night for dinner, I had that dehydrated turkey stroganoff, and it was righteous. Those camp meals, I must say myself that I do have those down pat. I just put all the good stuff in there. I found out there's also mushrooms in there. So you got mushrooms, you got tomatoes, you got black pepper, you got probably a whole boatload of garlic in there. And of course your noodles and just turkey. Wow. Good stuff. And then tonight's dinner was also super tasty. Had that fried up Spam sandwich there with that gooey cheese and the mayo and stuff. And serving of peas with pepper in them. And I highly enjoyed tonight's dinner. It was really, really good, y'all. But check it out. I'm in Shangri-La. No bugs can eat me, I'm bug proof. That's right. Booyah, Oh, you can't pay me no mind, y'all. I am a little bit excited about not getting mauled on. And I might even get in the tent a little bit earlier if it wasn't hot, but it is. So I can't do it. I have to wait till almost dark at least before I get in here, or I'll just sit in here and sweat, And that ain't no good, especially after just having a shower. All right. I think I got all that stuff out of the way. Let me be sure that there is nothing else. I always seem to forget something that's happened. Oh, here's one for you. Maybe TMI, but one of my toenails on my big toe, one of my big toes, it got overgrown a little bit too long. Well, apparently when I was sleeping the other night, I had a bug bite in the bottom of my other big toe, so I went to scratch it with my one big toe that had too big a nail on there and sliced my toe open, Sliced him open. Like, oh man, are you freaking serious? Anyway, I had a sore spot on my toe. So today I thought, well, I'll just get in my equipment bag and get out my little kit, probably about that long, but you open it up, and it's got like some tweezers in there and some nail clippers and like a nail file and stuff like that, just for emergency usage, when you're out in the field, and no deal. My little kit is not in the bag. No nail clippers, no nothing, and there I am, old Robbie screwed. Got this huge monster toenail going on, gremlin toenail, probably what the wife would call it. And so I did the adventure guy thing. Old Island Rob busted out his bushcraft knife, trimmed my toenails. I trimmed them all. First time I ever done that. Use a bushcraft knife to trim my toenails. That's a flat mess right there. All right. Let me think on the matter. We'll have a vape here. I don't think there's anything else that went on as far as activities around camp and stuff. I think that pretty much covers it. I did hear the owls like I do every night. Heard the owls. Have not heard any coyotes tonight. I don't think I heard the coyotes last night either. And I heard any splashing going on down to the waterway, the Ohio Brush Creek. Heard none of that tonight. Anything else? I haven't heard any knocks, which I expect to, but it may be later in the night. I heard them one night. It was, I think, 1 o'clock in the morning. I heard some knocks. And another time, 11 o'clock at night, I heard some knocks. I heard like 2, and then a few minutes later, I heard another one. But that is all. Oh, hawks. Hawks or eagles, I could not tell because of the tree cover, but 3 of them flew over, and they was kind of doing their little deal up there on the, the airwaves, kind of just floating around and watching for stuff to eat, and they were a pretty cool sight to see. No other wildlife. Did not see the red squirrel today. He hops around camp here, and as squirrels do, he's got his, his trail or his route. He's got it down pat. He follows that trail, every day, from certain branch to certain branch. But I didn't see him today, and I didn't watch for him a whole lot neither. All right. I think I finally got it covered, y'all. All right. I'd like to do a shout out to my bud Joey Rager, another bud Troas Lockaby, and last but not least Scott Baker. And I do have something a little bit extra special tonight. I have a brand new 5th of Jim Beam Black Label here. A friend of mine that I met on an adventure down in Tennessee, Chris, he's from up by Lake St. Mary's, Ohio, or Grand Lake as he likes to call it. And when he was there, I met him that year on that adventure. He was getting ready to go home, and he had about 2 fingers in the bottom of a Jim Beam Black Label bottle. Well, he turned a Island Rob onto that, and I tried it out, and I'm definitely a fan. That is my favorite Jim Beam. That Black Label got a good smoky taste to it. And anyhow, I bought that 5th there probably a year, maybe a year and a half ago, to take on an adventure. So it's been in one of the dry bags, and I haven't broke it open yet. But tonight, I am going to break it open, and I'm going to have me a shot of that and a beer to sip on. And speaking of beer, this is the red light video, and we all know what that means. Every time it is beer time, let's flip him around. We have the traditional Rolling Rock, at least traditional for the first part of this adventure until they're gone. So let's pop him open. There we go, cracking the cans, y'all. And I'm going to go ahead and hug this beer. I've kind of got to where that's kind of a thing. And I thought, well, I ain't going to do that every night, but one beer in memory of people, and as a beer hug to others who they probably like to have a beer hug. So a hug is a good thing. So anyhow, tonight's beer hug is going to be from my dad, Robert Duncan Sr., who passed away from Alzheimer's disease in 2019, January of 2019. I always get the date mixed up. I want to say it was on the 19th. So it's kind of fitting today is the 19th, just in September. But beer hug for Dad, and beer hug for my brother. My brother Kurt. Beer hug is for you, and also from all them other old boys I mentioned just a little bit ago. Troas, Joey, and Scott. There we go, y'all. We're going to knock this one out, and then we're going to pour us a shot of Jim Beam Black Label, which I will enjoy throughout the rest of my night here in the shelter. So here we go, y'all. Time to hug a beer. Excuse me, y'all. Oh, wow. That's just good stuff. Hugging a beer is like, there's just nothing like it, you know? And as I have said before, I only hug a beer in memory of my brother on adventures. And normally, just started that like on the last adventure, which was season 2, Deep Woods, 27 nights alone in the woods to raise awareness of Alzheimer's and dementia. That's when I started that, you know, and I was just drinking little beers. They're called Little King's Cream Ale. They're 7 ounces, 7 ounces of pure tastiness. That is the best cream ale that I've ever like passed through my lips and into my stomach. I mean, it is right good stuff. But it's not being made right now. The company that makes that, which is Hudipole Scholing of Cincinnati, Ohio, that brand itself was sold to new owners. So these new owners, they have not put the beer back out there yet because they have purchased three old derelict breweries in Cincinnati, and they're going to restore those breweries to the way they were when they first built back in the 1800s or whatever it was. And that's where they're going to start producing all of the Hudipole Scholing brands, like Hudi, Hudipole, Little Kings, Burger, and just a bunch of different good beers. I'm looking forward to it. So next year's adventure, I might have Little Kings again. We'll have to see how that goes. I can only hope. Okay, so while we still got y'all here, we've had to have the beer hug out of the way. Let's go ahead and let's crack this 5th here and pour up, if I can even get it cracked. Yeah, there we go. Woo, man, that is some smelly stuff right there. You saw it is. Give me a second here. I'm gonna try to pop this plastic off this little piece of lid here. Or little piece of plastic off this lid here, and if I can't get it, that's all right. I'll just do it later. No biggie. I'm sure ain't in no hurry. I ain't going nowhere. Y'all know where I be or where I've been when you're watching these videos. Middle of nowhere. That's where. Believe it or not, there's places in Ohio that is still the middle of nowhere. I mean, don't get me wrong, there are sporadic houses around here. But other than that, this place is wilderness, The edge of Appalachia. Oh, anyhow, back to the task at hand. Let's pour this little half a shot. Well, I do a shot glass, y'all. Oh, there we go. This will be backwards. I don't know if you'll be able to read this or not. Let me see. I'll show it to you backwards and maybe you'll be able to read it. Yeah, you kind of can. There you go. It's Star Point Resort, Dale Hollow Lake, Tennessee. That's where I like to do some good adventures because it is like in the middle of nowhere as well. All right. And this appears to me to be like an oversized shot glass. So I'm only putting half a shot, or half this glass. I'm not drinking a whole freaking glass of this stuff. I think that right there, that's probably, just guessing, but that's probably a normal shot, I would think. I don't know for sure. I'll put another little bitty splash in there. There we go. That does it. Yeah, that's probably about right. That's probably a shot, y'all. Just guessing. All right. I've got me one more beer. And I'm going to sit here and I'm going to watch some Sopranos and enjoy that beer and kind of sip on this little shot throughout the remainder of my night. And I guess that's really it. Nothing else to talk about that I know of. And, we'll have a quick vape here and think on the matter just for a few seconds just to be sure. I mean, I'll forget something anyhow. I do it every time. No, I think I may have actually covered it all this time. Yeah, I think so. All right. We'll let y'all go, and wherever you are, whatever you may be doing, I hope you're having a good time of it. And as always, I hope you're not having too much of a hassle while you're at it. And I will catch you all in the morning for some oats and some coffee, and for the beginning of day 9 here on the edge of Appalachia. And until then, good night, everyone.